Welcome to the one-of-a-kind container home, customised with every luxury in mind. The fascinating elements of this home surprises any artist's eye. In the video, the owner of Lacamas magazine, Ernie Geigenmiller, interviews the owner and builder of this amazing masterpiece. Thank you for watching. My name is Louise James. I'm the listing broker from Remax Equity Group.
Welcome to the Vancouver container home. We have lots to show you.
This is my first time in the Vancouver container home, which you're selling here in Vancouver, Washington. Now, you built this many years ago. It took you multiple years to do it. Now there's 11 containers on the property. I take that back.
Yes. Oh no, there's 13 containers.
13 containers on the property, 11 containers
in the house.
Right.
Yes. 840s and 320s.
And
all high cubes.
And how many square feet is it?
So officially it's 4,074 square foot.
On half an acre.
On half an acre.
Near the Columbia River.
Yes.
And it's unlike any home I have ever seen. It's an original, a one of a kind, and it's your design.
Correct.
So tell our audience about this home.
So it started out one night, 1 o'clock in the morning. There's nothing to do. And I just sat down with some buddies and took a piece of graph paper out and I go, I'm gonna build a container home. So my friends made fun of me.
They think you're crazy?
They think I'm crazy. It's just out of nowhere, actually. I just had this property already, purchased and just sitting here doing nothing. So it's basically done as a bet, to see if I can do it or not.
Was this a late night bet?
It was 1 o'clock bet.
Okay,
in the morning,
after a few beers.
On a Saturday night, yes.
Okay.
Correct. And next thing you know is I started putting things on graph paper. Graph paper is very easy to design because one square represents 2 feet, 4 feet, 8 feet, 10. How it is, and then I keep replicating it. So originally, this house was going to be a 2,000 square foot home, and
it got bigger.
It got bigger because the city told me no this, no that. So I just had to make sure I flex, make sure I get my things in. So it was really complicated, because there was basically a bare piece of land. There was a mobile home in here earlier, but they took it out. So, as you know, this is the original Fisher's Landing.
Right.
It's called Fisher's Landing, but this is the original landing. It's just 500 feet that direction. And this used to be a tribe. There used to be some sort of a tribe here. So we had to have an archaeologist come in. And then I have a creek, so biologists had to come in, count trees.
So that took 3 years.
We broke ground in 2015. Mid-2015.
Okay.
And we officially got the stamp on March 4th of 2017.
Okay, so under 3 years. Now, Eddie, what kind of a style or design label would you put on this home?
So I travel around the world a lot, and I like, one of my favorite architects is Frank Lloyd Wright, so I kind of use a little bit of his concepts with a mid-century modern Japanese, with a little bit of industrial steampunk. So it's kind of eclectic, a conglomerate of different things around the world, but mostly Southeast Asia and Japan.
Now, you're a designer, obviously, an architect, if you will.
No.
No? Okay.
No, I'm actually not a designer or an architect. I just
could have fooled me.
I just like things the way things look, how I see it. So I see some things from Japan, I see something from Chile, I see something from China.
So you tell your architect people, this is what I want?
No, I designed it and then I had a gentleman draft it, a CAD.
Right.
CAD it out for me, and then I had an engineer to engineer all the, the parts that are necessary to build a shipping container home.
And you've got things from all over the world. So are you a picker?
Kind of. Very expensive picker.
A very expensive picker. Because the home is filled with a lot of artifacts from all over the world.
Correct.
That are very meticulous.
Correct.
And you've got placement all over.
Yes.
Okay.
For purpose. So
now, tell us about your central area here.
So this is our, this is my living room, the main living quarter. And, if you look out, there's a pond out there. But then it's also a fish tank in our conversation pit. So this is where the mid-century comes in. If you go look at the mid-century 1950s homes and stuff, you'll see something like this, in the living room.
It has a Frank Lloyd Wright tone to it.
Right. Well, we bring inside, outside. We use some of the angles that he uses. Even the front door, we use a smaller space. How when you come into a Frank Lloyd Wright home, they're a little more cramped.
Right.
But then it opens up to 22-foot ceiling.
Sure.
And then this actually is something local. That picture there is a 4x12 piece of cedar made probably 80, 90, 100 years ago from a hotel down in Monmouth, Oregon, Independence, Oregon, as I was told. So that piece is local. Like this table here, that I designed actually from with a friend from Indonesia, and it's a piece of rosewood root. And the hanging fireplace right there actually came from Chicago, with a gentleman that deals with in Chicago. And then these are, and again I'm told that these came from the Montgomery Park building
in Portland. Right?
In Portland, it's engineered into the one of the 40-foot containers here. And this is a 1903 door that came off of somebody's house here in Portland somewhere, But then like this table here, it's an 8.5 foot long table, just a tree, one piece from Indonesia, right? And then
now this is the only wood frame portion of the house right here, right? The section we're in.
This section, yes. This two wall actually, and then the other.
So that east facing wall and the south facing wall, which is the front of the home,
right,
are the only wood frame.
And the entrance a little bit.
A little bit. The rest is 11 containers.
Is 11 containers. So you're standing in. So this is one container from that wall there,
right,
all the way to that window. It's a 40-foot container, and you know how people say containers are cramped and tidy. Look at this. This is a 9.5 foot ceiling.
There's nothing crammed about this home at all.
Right, I don't think so.
Eddie, the kitchen here is not crammed at all.
Right.
And you've got commercial grade appliances all throughout.
Not commercial grade. They are actually commercial kitchen.
Commercial kitchen. Okay.
Yeah. So this one is an actual commercial grill that you go and to any restaurant.
Right.
And that's what they use, a 36-inch. And then we have a commercial, a restaurant griddle here that you'll find in, McDonald's.
It feels like you're in a restaurant.
Right. And even this Viking here, it was a home one, but we converted it into a commercial one. So it burns full. We had 2-pound pressure come in, and I don't even know if you know, but a normal home has like a 1/4 pound pressure gas come in. But we had it special the way we had 2-pound pressure gas come in to be able to turn on all of this items. Otherwise, you won't get enough power. And in a normal home, these appliances will melt the wall down for sure. So what we have back here is metal, concrete, and handmade ANSACs,
right,
kiln dried, handmade,
and a commercial vent, right?
Right, and a commercial. This has a 2,000 CFM, 1,000 on each side,
and it's right up to the container wall.
Yep, and it goes right out, so it sucks 100%. It doesn't have any draws. It just goes right outside because the other side of this wall is outside.
Very good.
And we made it, again, rough and rugged on purpose because we wanted to have that look and that feel, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And now you've got this great galley kitchen over here too.
Right, and then this is our pantry. Where all I didn't show you the door, but when you shut the door from the other side, it looks like we don't have any kitchen room, from the other side.
But you do.
But we do. So, this is bigger than any, there's a lot of, twice as many cabinets as a normal 10 by 10 kitchen, And then this is a 40-foot again from the other side to the back wall there. And we just put some mid-century type wallpaper up.
So we're going into the primary bedroom here, and this has a very Japanese theme to it.
Well, yeah, with a touch of, again, if you know Frank Lloyd Wright,
yes.
Again, I'm not calling myself a Frank Lloyd Wright at home, but I use a lot of his concepts.
Sure.
you know, built-ins. So this bed is actually built in, and then I even use, like, you know how he uses piano hinges for his design, and then bring indoor and outdoor. If you notice, it's, you know, it looks like we're in a tree house.
Oh, it feels like a tree house.
You know,
and lots of, you know, you got that design there.
Yeah, that's a motorcycle chain, and then we put a piece of wood on it, and then that up there is what my wife made. My wife's mom made.
Lots of talent runs through your family.
My wife's mom made it by hand.
Look at that. You got a creek down there.
Right, we have a creek down there.
You know, it has...
Look, my wife's sitting down there on the rock.
The house, to me, has a feeling of great tranquility, but also it feels a little bit like a movie set. You feel like you've escaped into some fictional fantasy place.
Really?
That's the feeling I get. I mean, I feel a little bit of James Bond, a little bit of like...
Well, yeah, it's kind of like eclectic, modern, you know, it's pretty cool. I like it. So this door, you know, is, I got this from the Rebuild Center in Mississippi in Portland, Oregon. It's a mahogany door.
And it's got peepholes.
Right, peepholes.
Like big peepholes.
Hi, Lou.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
This is my favorite agent.
Hi, I'm
You're
Lou.
my friend, right? You're
Yes,
my friend, right?
I am.
And you love me, right?
I love you.
She's the boss.
This guy is amazing. This house is so amazing. You have to come and see it. I've never seen anything like it. There's a surprise around every corner. The build is so unique. I know you don't like me using that word.
Well, yeah, I know.
But it
you know
is
what, though?
unique.
We have friends that come here 10, 15, 20 times, and every time they come, they see something new.
Different.
And they go, is that new? I go, no, it's always been there since we built the house.
Well, look at this. You walk in the door, and you have a round window. Okay. Look at the koi pond. Amazing.